So continuing on with the adding in scientific notation, today we're going to look at adding and subtracting. So the same rule applies. We have to have two numbers in scientific notation. So for this question, I am going to change that number into scientific notation. So it would be 6.3 times 10 to the 3/6 power. So I have 12 as an exponent and I have 9 as an exponent. So I want to go ahead and make that 12 into a 9. So I want to move this 5.1. I want to move that 3 times backwards. So 1, 2, 3. So I have to fill in with zeros. So this is 5,100 times 10 to the 9th. Minus 6.3 times 10 to the 9th. So we are going to go ahead and subtract the numbers out front. So 5,100 minus 6.3. Line up decimals, fill in with zeros. Going to have to do some borrowing here. 10 minus 3 is 7. 9 minus 6 is 3. 9 minus 0 is 9. 0 minus 0 is 0. And then bring your 5 down. And our decimal. And then we have times 10 to the 9th. But I have to move it back 1, 2, 3 spots so that it is in scientific notation. And moving it 3 more to the left would add 3 spots to that. So then that would become to the 12th power. For our next equation, or for our next problem here, we have 7.4 times 10 to the 15th minus 9.9 times 10 to the 13th. So I'm going to take this 7.4 and I want to make it into an exponent of 13, so I have to move it twice. So 1, 2. So this is 740 times 10 to the 13th minus 9.9 times 10 to the 13th. So I'm going to line up the numbers out front. 740 minus 9.9. Decimal and 0 here. Do some borrowing. 10 minus 9 is 1. 9 minus 9 is 0. Bring that 7 and the 3 down and our decimal. So we have 730.1 times 10 to the 13th. I need to add 2 more decimal places to make it in scientific notation, because remember we have to have that number between 1 and 10. And if I add 2 more decimal places onto that, I am back to the 15th exponent. And then our last one is an addition problem. So you're going to have a mixture today of adding and subtracting problems. So make sure you pay close attention to what the sign is in the middle. So I want to take this 6.5 and I want that exponent to become a 5. So I'm going to slide it over 1. So I'm going to have 8.9 and I'm going to have to add 65 to that. Plus 5 is 13, so that would be 73.9 times 10 to the 5th power, but I'm going to have to slide it back over 1, so I'm going to have 7.39 times 10 to the 6th power after I add those.